What is happening?
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Seems he's almost as crazy as his new wife.
If that is your wish, your radiance, I shall depart at once.
God, she's so creepy.
May Gregor forgive you.
I don't know who Gregor is, but considering the context of how he said it, I'm guessing it's like a god in this world, universe.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be pushing him then.
Those tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
AD strike, that last sentence you typed, I've read it 3 times in my head, and I cannot make heads or tails of it.
One way to find out.
Alright, let's go talk to the uncle.
The Litlins have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another around here.
English Papega, something like that.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions.
I mean that dude has so much power and he's kneeling to that man. Well, so I don't know if he always had the Bahamut power, right? I mean, if he's... My only point of comparison is the young kid that had the Phoenix powers. And, you know, when he was younger, they were really weak and they kind of grew with him. So maybe he was raised there and he was, like, always serving him. And then, you know, he became the strong Bahamut guy later on. But he's been serving that guy for, like, a really long time, I would assume. And it's also possible, you know, he's like, oh yeah, I serve my country, I'm patriotic, all that stuff. And then the king went crazy, you know? Maybe the king used to be an honorable one. Those are all things that come to my mind.
You. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
That camera angle made that so creepy.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kopko withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Wow, look at all that blight.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde? To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance? No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat.
That was presented so well.
I would stake your life on it.
Your life on it. Morning, my chat. Hey, Bluebell. How's the weather, Muck? Quieter today than it was last night.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Who says Dragoons are known for the jump ability and the use of spears, but I'm getting 3 where jump came in, but 2 is where Dragoons are introduced. Final Fantasy 2?
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
Dude, another
With a
time?
little help from Sid.
Otto. Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head.
I'm only there to assassinate someone really important. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm doing, I swear.
I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Why? He just paid us 2,000 gold. Why would you not want the rich uncle to visit?
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Return to Byron.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Alright, so red is the next main quest thing. I'm gonna go to the green ones first and knock out these 2 side quests that we got like 30 minutes of talking ago.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs. Straight home now.
Am I still in combat? I am still in combat. Oh, my uncle's here. I didn't even realize he was here. Thanks, uncle.
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
Alright, this was for the medicine.
Should be
The
enough
guy
to
in
keep the
base.
infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez minded.
Now, in some games, I would do all the side quests and go back to town and turn them all in at the same time. But in this one, the load screens are so fast, I'm happy to just do it
I hope you
immediately.
didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting.
We can drug
Yes,
the hell out of
patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Tyre trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin.
Oh.
Ill-conceived incision. A single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's blood.
Oh, that is really interesting. That's the first time they've explained why removing the brand can be lethal. It's like booby-trapped.
Failure means death, and even success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we have no shortage of volunteers. The day I decided that I would take Sid's name was the same day Tyre took my brand.
I remember. It wasn't long after we came here. What little medicine Talia managed to salvage from the wreckage of the old place had been used up treating the wounded. She begged that your operation be delayed until a new supply of antalgics was found. Procedure was even more dangerous back then. Only a few souls had undertaken it. Doris, Cole, a handful of other curse breakers, and those who are no longer with us. Those who lost their lives in the process. It wasn't something to be done lightly.
No. But it was something I had to do, if I was to take Sid's name. He always led from the front, and never asked anyone to take a risk for his cause that he was unwilling to take himself, even if he knew that it might cost him his life.
Hold still, Clive! Hold!
So he's like, I demand you do this operation on me right now. And they're like, wait on us to get more painkillers. He's like, no, I'm a manly man. Do it now. They're like, all right, if you move too much, we're going to poke this poison sac and it's going to kill you. And he's like, okay. 2 seconds later. Like, this isn't the flex you think it is.
I knew there'd be pain. That I might not survive. And I was afraid. But I also knew that if I didn't overcome that fear, that pain, then I would never be able to call myself Sid.
I didn't know.
We all want our brands removed. But it's a decision each of us must make for ourselves, on our own terms. Rodriguez, I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Talia. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
I'm still worried about that 50... Chad, if you were branded and in this group of people, and they were like, yeah, it's got a 50% success rate, man, would you immediately be like, yeah, I'll schedule my appointment? Or would you be like, you know what, I'm gonna wait a few years for you guys to get better at this, and then I'll make an appointment? I think I might be in the latter. Alright, what is this?
Beavers don't even bother with Northridge now.
I'll wear concealer.
This is no time to ride.
What? It is. Oh, sorry, I had to move one more foot.
Faster!
Brain gets removed or I die, that's a win-win. Oh my god, that's millennial thinking. I'm not exactly chomping at the bit. I'll wait for laser removal.
Thanks, Gal.
It also makes me wonder if there's poison right below the surface of the skin, if they get like a bad punch to the face, does it release the poison?
Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Oh, it's literally like, it's right there. It's like 30 feet away.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Down.
Get him.
Enemy slain. I will say it feels weird to have block be the shift key. Unfortunately, it's like it's the same key that does something in all of the other modes, but in Titan mode, that key becomes block. In games that have block, I'm used to having it on like right click.
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Okay, back to Doris. And yes, that guy's terrible posture. Yeah.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have...
Does FF16 have wizards? Kind of. The people that have the mark on their face, it's a brand of... they call them bearers. And basically, they have kind of a magic. They have a type of magic. However, the magic kind of... you could almost say it shortens their lifespan. So if they use it too much, they start, like, petrifying. And they'll have, like, gray patches of skin. It's like turning to stone. And then on the day that they, go too far and cross the line, they use, like, too much of it, then they just petrify and turn into, like, a statue. And the whole thing in this world is people use these bearers almost like tools, Like, oh, you can make fire? All right, your job is to keep the blacksmith's forge hot. And then one day, they turn to stone and they just swap them out and get a new one. So the people here with the scars are people that were branded to basically be one of these slave bearers, and they got freed. So they do have powers, but they try not to use them willy-nilly because it shortens their lifespan. Now the people that have the what do we call it? Dominants. The dominants are the people that are channeling like a god. I don't know that they turn to stone, but it does actively take something out of them when they use those powers. Like we're basically playing a guy that is a dominant.
A role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
The weight of command. Breath of fire, rising flames, cooldown time reduced by 2 seconds. Okay. Alright. Alright, all the side quests done for now. Let's go to the main one. The Dalmekian Republic. He says wizard hat. The wire's all down.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Freaking monsters everywhere. Riddle of the Sands. Can I use this here? Yes.
Ready, go? Fly 'em.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived.